Hi guys, and welcome back to For the Love of Baking. So today I'm going to show you guys how to make strawberry and lemon curd miniature cheesecakes that have a nice crunchy crust and a creamy filling. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to we're going to blitz our graham cracker crumbs. I mean, of course you can do this in a bag and use your rolling pin and beat it up if you don't have a blender. But this is what I'm going to use because it's very fast and quick and easy way for me to do this. So what I'm trying to get is 1.5 cups of graham cracker crumbs. And it doesn't matter what brand you use, just use whatever graham cracker crumbs that you like. If it's the cinnamon kind or honey kind, then you use those. But I'm using the plain Nabisco graham cracker crumbs because those taste best to me. Yeah, that wasn't enough, so I'm gonna blend a little bit more. So what we're gonna do is we're going to mix our graham cracker crumbs with a little bit of sugar and some our melted butter, and we're gonna put a little bit inside of each of our cupcake liners, and then we're gonna press it into the bottom of our pan. You saw that? That was perfect. Like, I literally put the perfect amount and blended it. But anyways, yeah. So now we're gonna move it over and mix this all together and do this really slowly. It seems like I'm doing it fast, but that's just because the video is sped up. And yeah, be careful not to mix it too fast, because what I did was I ended up dropping a little bit on the side there and having to pick it back up. But anyways, so it's nicely mixed, and we're gonna start putting it inside of our making cups. And the reason why we're pressing it down is so that it has a nice even layer at the bottom. And once we've pressed them all in, we're gonna bake this in the oven just by itself for about 5 minutes at 350 degrees, maybe less than 5 minutes, just to dry it out, sort of. And then we're gonna let it cool completely before we put our batter in, and that's to make sure that you have a nice crunchy crust at the bottom. This is not to like completely cook it or burn it or anything like that. So now we're gonna make our filling. We have our cream cheese and our sugar that we're mixing. Make sure that your cream cheese is room temperature. Room temperature as in you're in a hot country room temperature. It has to be like really, really, really soft, because otherwise it won't mix into the rest of your ingredients properly, and you'll just have bits of cream cheese inside your filling, and you're going to be beating forever and it's still not going to get in, and then you're going to have a bunch of bubbles in your filling. So that was our yogurt that we put in. You can use like Lebanese yogurt, or you can use Greek yogurt. The more sour the yogurt, the better. So now we're going to add in our flour, mix that in. I'm using lemon juice as my flavoring instead of vanilla, because I just like that better. But if you want vanilla, you can totally use vanilla in yours. So then we put in our eggs last, and you want to try to beat this as little as possible. Try to do as few turns as possible to make sure it's all incorporated, because the more you beat your filling, the more air is incorporated in it, and then when it's baked, it just has a bunch of air bubbles in it. Yeah, and you don't want that. You want it to be nice and creamy and one piece solid, not a whole bunch of air bubbles. But yeah, make sure you scrape the sides down and everything to make sure that it's all mixed in. So I'm just gonna use the ice cream scoop to fill these. Like, there, you fill them like to the top almost. There's just a little bit of space left, because these are gonna cook really low and slow inside of the oven at 320, and they're just gonna cook for about 15 to 20 minutes until there's just a little jiggle in the middle. They're set, but there's still a little jiggle in the middle. And this is what they look like when they came out. And I'll let them cool in the oven. There was a few extra, so I made those on the side. But yeah, so you want to make sure that these sit in the fridge overnight before you use them so that they're completely set. So I have some jam and my strawberries and my lemon curd, and I have some tools that I'm going to be using: a pastry brush, my little knife, and a piping bag with my piping tip on it. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut our strawberries. You're just going to cut it in half and make sure you leave the leaves on and the top on, and we're just slicing them, and my knife is going all the way through. It might not seem like it is, but it's going all the way through to the bottom, and you're going to be making sort of like a strawberry fan to put on top. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of strawberry jam that's melted onto the top of each of these. This is just so that it's easier for the strawberry to adhere to the top of the cheesecake, and make sure that it has like mixing in, making sort of a little bit of juice, you know. Yeah, so now we're just going to fan these out and put them on top of our cheesecakes, and then we're going to brush them. I cut a lot so that I would have options and see which which ones looks best on top of the cheesecakes. So the ones that are left, I just ate them. Anyways, once you've put all of your strawberry fans on top, now we are going to use the rest of our melted jam and brush it on top with our pastry brush. This is just enough to make the strawberries look shiny. You don't want a whole lot, because then it'll be dripping down the sides, and we don't want that. And then after that, we will move on to our lemon curd cheesecakes. But yeah, those are pretty much done, and they look amazing. So what we're going to do is fill our piping bag. I'm also going to be posting a recipe of this lemon curd, because this lemon curd is freaking amazing. Like, you can literally just eat this by itself. Just make some scones or something and just put it on top of your scones, or on your bread with butter, or like on top of a big cheesecake, or like, let me see, what else would you put lemon curd on? You can make a lemon curd tart with just lemon curd and a tart shell. You can make a lemon curd pie. This stuff is so bomb. It's lemony, creamy, buttery. It's amazing. So I'm definitely going to post a recipe on this. So yeah, we're just making lines. That's it. Pretty much simple, easy design that looks pretty. And we're going to use sugared lemon zest to design the tops of them. And we're just going to put a little bit at the bottom where the smallest line is. And then after that, we're pretty much done. Now I'm going to show you a close-up version of what these look like. Y'all, these were so satisfying, so beautiful and amazing, and just creamy, perfect, you know, everything that you want in a cheesecake. That's what this was. But anyways, make sure that you like and comment and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that the next time I post a video, you get a notification.